Hi, thanks so much for tuning in. You're watching BQ Prime. My name is Alex Matthew, and with me is Sajid Mangat, and we're here to talk about the latest order from the SAT. And in an interesting development, it has refused to set aside the interim order of the Securities and Exchange Board in the matter of Zee Entertainment and its promoters, and particularly its promoters Punit Goenka as well as Subhash Chandra, in that the SEBI had decided to ban these two individuals from being a part of the board. And the SAT has said that there is no reason to set this aside. It's not very often that the SAT has, in fact, sided with the SEBI in recent times.
That's right. In the past, SAT has been, little bit much more, I would say, softer on the people who are going to appeal against the SEBI order. And this time, SAT has been very clearly saying that that they're going to stand by the SEBI order, which the interim order is actually, which basically says that both Punit Goenka and Subhash Chandra cannot hold any key managerial positions or directorship in any of the companies. It's an interim order. There is no hearing. It is the whole argument before SAT was that they were not given any hearing. What SAT has now come and said that both Punit and Subhash Chandra should file within next 2 weeks, and a date for hearing should be given to both Punit and Subhash Chandra. So that's one of the big things which is coming in.
So, but the context is also important to understand, right? One, what was the reason why SEBI did what it did? Which is that it found misappropriation of funds, allegedly. The other big question, and I think a lot of people will be asking this, perhaps we can get a response from Sony, is what happens to the merger? And there's another hearing at 2:30. What's that about, Sajid?
Okay, so three parts. One, it relates to a letter of comfort given to Yes Bank for 200 crores. It was related to 7 entities of the SL group. When they defaulted, the letter of comfort were used to take the deposits of Zee Entertainment, and Yes Bank took that based on the letter of comfort. But then Zee was then SL Group was supposed to pay back Zee, and what SEBI has alleged that it has used the Zee money to again circulate it and show that the amount has been paid back through various entities. Now that's something is being challenged by Zee. They challenged it at SAT. SEBI has been very aggressive on this, and there was a question that was posed to the chairperson of SEBI about interim orders getting turned down and SAT, and she was very categorical that SEBI has its own reasons why interim orders are put in place. It may change from forum to forum, but SEBI will continue to do that in the interest of the shareholders and investors. So that was one of the strong statements coming from SEBI chairperson with respect to the interim orders which is there. So this is going to be a good, well thought out thing with now at SEBI, and again it will come back to SAT. It's not going to.
It doesn't end here.
So one of the biggest fallout could be that both Punit and Subhash Chandra is chairman emeritus, so he's just he's not he's a titular figure in the entire Zee scheme.
But Punit was supposed to head the merged entity.
Punit is the MD and CEO, so he may have to step down till he gets a favorable order from SAT or any other jurisdiction going forward on this particular case. So that's something which is going to be watched out for. Sony has been watching this very carefully because the merger has been hit. The timelines are getting extended, and they're not able to do much on it. There is another case which is coming up in NCLT in the afternoon, and that was this is with regards to the merger of both Zee and Sony, where some of the creditors of SL Group, not Zee, SL Group, are objecting to the transfer, or objecting to the merger, saying that that the non-compete fee which has been paid out of the country to the Zee promoters is a way to ring fence that money coming back to the creditors of SL, and Zee has been arguing the other way, saying that that money does not belongs to the SL Group, it belongs to the Zee promoters. So that's why. So that's something, that argument is going there. In the past, last week when the argument was being held, they made it very clear that even if Punit Goenka is barred by SAT, or the SEBI order is upheld at SAT, the merger should go on because it's not dependent on Punit Goenka. It's between two companies, Z and Sony,
Yes.
which is there. So NCLT will have to consider the merger terms now, given the changes which orders which have come and sat. So it will have a impact on the NCLT hearing which is happening in the afternoon.
And the residual shareholding, it must be pointed out, is quite less compared to what it was in the past of these two entities.
Yes, Z promoters don't hold much shareholding in the entire scheme of thing, except that there's a non-compete fee, and they may be getting some stake going forward as part of the entire scheme of arrangement, which has been worked out. So it's going to be interesting to see how NCLT is going to look at it.
And we'll find all of that right here on Bloomberg, on BQ Prime. 2:30 is when you tune into that. And there's a lot more happening. At this moment, Z Entertainment down about 3% in trade. Do stay tuned. Lots more coming up on BQ Prime.